Hey, quiet down. Hey, sit. Sit. Good dog. All right, dividing decimals by a whole number here. Okay, so it's a lot of what we saw from before using our algorithm method. When we set it up, it's the exact same. Hey, we're dividing by 5, so that goes on the outside. The 4 and 300s goes on the inside. Now, the only difference now is you push your decimal straight up. And now you're just dividing. So it's like the decimal's not even there. Oh man, I took away too much, didn't I? All right, so let's try it again. Push your decimal straight up. There it is. So you can leave it there if you want. Some people like to erase it, but no big deal. How many groups of 5 can you take out of 4? Can't. Groups of 5 out of 40? Well, 8. 8 times 5 is 40. Okay. 0. Put down the 3. How many groups of 5 can you take out of 3? Well, none. Now, I do have to put my 0 up here. I didn't have to before because there were no numbers. Now there is, so I need a placeholder. So 0 times 5 is 0. We subtract, we get 3. I can't just stop. I'm to the right of the decimal. Remember, the decimal was there. So if I add a 0, it doesn't change anything. Add your 0, bring it down. How many groups of 5 can you take out of 30? It's 6, and I celebrate because there's no remainder. And there's my answer, 806 thousandths. So the big thing is push the decimal straight up. All right, and then when you have a remainder, it's okay. Add your zeros and bring them down. All right, so let's set it on up again. All right, I'm going to push my decimal straight up. It's important to keep the numbers lined up here. All right, if you don't, all right, things are going to be thrown off, and yeah, don't be a bad boy here. All right. So how many groups of 5 can I take out of 1? None. How many groups of 5 can I take out of 14? I can take 2. Notice the 2 is going right above the 4 as we talked about before. 4 before. Okay, I'll stop. All right. We multiply, and then we subtract. And then we bring down. And we start the process all over again. How many groups of 5 can I take out of 43? That's 8. And again, it's out of the 3, so the 43, that's why I'm above the 3. You can see if we don't put the numbers in the right spot, it's going to throw off our answer. Instead of a 28, I might have a 2 and 8 tenths. So again, placement's key here. Subtract, get a 3, bring down the 2. How many groups of 5 out of 32? Well, 8 of them? No. 7 of them? No, that's 35. Yeah, 6 of them. That's 30. And I'm going to smile when this 2 appears because I'm out of numbers, so I'm going to add my 0. And I'm not smiling because I'm going to add my 0, but because the 2 becomes a 20. And how many groups of 5 can you take out of 20? That's 4, and that's a perfect amount there, so I can stop right there. Officially, that's what we've got, and we are done with it. So 28 and 64 hundredths is my answer. So that's the routine there. Simply push the decimal straight up, and we're going to do some division. If you get a 0, add a 0, and keep on going on. It's not always going to be the case where it always takes 1 0. If you get another remainder, you just keep going with it. All right. So let's see what we got here. We got an 8 on the outside. I'm going to bump mine up a little bit because I kind of ran out of space last time. All right. 1, 8, 9, 5. Okay. So decimal straight up. Vroom. How many groups of 8 can you take out of 1? None. How many groups of 8 out of 18? Now here's the thing. I can take 2 of them, but where's the 2 got to go? It's got to go above the 8. Yes, which means I got a decimal, I got a blank space, and then my 2. So who really goes there? Yes, we do need to fill in a 0. Placeholder, people, placeholder. 2 times 8 is 16. Subtract, I get a 2. Bring down my 9. How many groups of 8 can you take out of 29? You should say 3. So 8 times 3 is 24. When I subtract, I get a 5. I bring down my 5. How many groups of 8 out of 55? 7 of them? No, that's 56. So that's got to be a 6 there. So there's my 48. Again, it's coming down to your multiplication facts. The more you can fire through them, the faster this kind of stuff's going to go. And again, your multiplication facts, all right, those are the basics that we're going to need moving forward. There's my little speech there. Okay, 7, all right. Add a 0, because again, I'm out of numbers to bring down. How many groups of 8 can I take out of 70? 9 of them? No, 72. So 8 of them, 64, all right. I get a 6. Again, add a 0, bring it down. Remember, when you have a remainder, you add a 0, you bring it down. How many groups of 8 out of 60? 7 of them. We're still going here. Now I'm going to smile because when I add my last 0 and bring it on down, I have a 40. And the 8 makes me smile because how many groups of 8 can you take out of 40? You can take exactly 5. Absolutely there. No remainder. We're done. Shut it down. So I got to kind of clean up my answer. I got a decimal point, a 2, a 3, a 6, an 8, a 7, and a 5. So 236,875. All right. And then I was in the 100,000. So, wow, millions. Woo. All right. Let's do one more. Let's do one more here. All right. And the last one we're going to do is question number 5. That's here. Now, the reason why is this. If we look at our number, all right, do you see any decimals? Do you? No, you don't. Okay, so because there aren't any decimals, we just divide like normal. All right. Now, something is going to happen here. You know it is. All right. So let's just kind of wait until we get there, and then we'll end up seeing what happens. So how many groups of 4 can you take out of 8? Well, you can take 2 of them. All right, so we'll subtract, get a 0, bring down the 6. How many groups of 4 out of 6? Well, that's 1. So that's a 4. Subtract, I get a 2. Bring down my 5. How many groups of 4 out of 25? 6. So that does give you 24. All right, everything's like business as normal. Now, look what happens. Look what happens. How many groups of 4 out of 19? 4 of them. That's 16. Wait, I got a remainder. Now, I can't just add a 0. Because remember, you can only add zeros to the right of the decimal. But this is a whole number. Where's the decimal in a whole number? Yeah, it's all the way at the very end. So I'm going to push my decimal up. Now I can add my 0 and bring it down. And oh, happy days, happy days. I'm going to have to go sideways here. All right, be careful, people. Add another 0, bring it down. And oh, the smile on your face. Because how many groups of 4 can you take out of 20? All right. Absolutely, you can take 5 of them, so there's nothing left over. So our answer, there's no need to clap, people. That's all right there. All right, 2,164 and 75 hundredths. There's your answer. All right, so that's the little situation that we do have to watch for. But again, you should kind of feel like all we're doing is pushing the decimal up and then adding zeros when we have a remainder. Gone are the days of the R. Remember the R3, the R4, I got a remainder left over. There's no more. So we say goodbye to the remainder. And we say goodbye to you today as well, too.